Hey, do you feel a weight, a heaviness, like your emotions are fighting to express themselves and get free? Do you feel like there's someone, something, someplace that's causing this? Well, today we're going to realize and open up and accept the fact that there's inner work that has to be done around the energy of resentment. And that's what we're going to be covering today on this episode of Sit With Me. I am carrying a lot of stuff, and I have nowhere to unpack it. I constantly feel like I'm not enough. What I'm doing is not enough. I'm constantly feeling like I can never have what Hey everybody, my name is aminaheckstall Suma. I am the creator of S.T.E.A.M, Soul Transforming Energy and Movement, and this is my channel, Soul Transforming Energy. Welcome, light workers. This episode of Sit With Me, which is my bi-weekly podcast that is meant to help give you a full S.T.E.A.M session that'll move you into alignment with a specific goal. This one is all about resentment because as you might have seen in the little video that played after the intro, I've been dealing with that lately. And I'm going to be honest about it. I've been dealing with resentments, and not so much sitting in them and feeling resentful, but recognizing, what they are. What am I resentful about? What is, what do I need to release? So the video you saw was me attempting to release, needing somewhere to put those thoughts and feelings. And that wasn't even a whole video. I just gave y'all maybe like a 1 minute, 2 minute segment of it. I probably sat there and cried and talked for about 6 minutes, but it was necessary. What is resentment? Maybe some of you are saying that. Well, what does she mean by resentment? When I say resentment, I mean it's almost an energy of blame. When you feel like some aspect of an experience you had to go through was due to someone else's action, something someone else did, something someone else said. I hope y'all were able to hear me all that time. But that's pretty much resentment. Feeling like someone did something and got away with it while you suffered. Feeling like you did something for somebody and got nothing back, but you're seeing them soar with whatever you gave them. That can cause resentment. How does it eat away at your vibe? Well, when you're in the energy of resentment, there's 2 ways it can eat up your vibe, because you're sitting in an energy, and this energy is not all positive, but it's not all negative either. Resentment on the negative, in the negative sense of it, can eat up at your vibration, because it's going to cause you to react to things rather than respond, because you're going to be reacting based off of past experiences. It can also cause you to just be in an emotionally dark space where maybe you're like so withdrawn, it's not even in a positive sense of withdrawing your energy. Sometimes they say pull back energy, withdraw, go within. But that's to do spiritual work, to do some self-healing, some nurturing, some personal development. when you're in the toxic energy of resentment, you can tend to withdraw into depression, into solitude that's not beneficial to your growth. So it can shift your vibe out of one of joy and happiness, or out of one that's in alignment with success and new beginnings, and shift you into alignment with repeating the same lesson so that you can understand where the resentment or the energy is stemming from. Why is it important to release these resentments? Well, if you're carrying them, you're going to be heavy energetically. So it's very important to release them. And I would say forgiveness can be a huge part of it. Some of you in today's session, maybe in the pick a pile, I don't know, you might be guided, even maybe during a visualization, you might feel guided to forgive. But I'm guiding you to release, let go. You don't have to shift out of an emotion. You don't have to shift into any emotion to release. To release is to say, I'm finished. I'm letting it go. And by doing that, you lighten up your vibration and you make room for new energy, new experiences to come in. Okay? Now, the positives around resentment, feeling resentment, can kind of get you to self-reflect and see how you could be possibly putting yourself into situations, putting yourself around certain people in certain communities, environments, jobs, careers, homes, whatever. How you play a part. Oh, my stomach growled. How you played a part in whatever it is you're hurting from. Because to me, resentment at the end of the day is hurt. Some people might say, no, I'm angry because this went this way and it went that way. And I resent that person because I helped them get there and they didn't even look back and they didn't care. It may sound like you're angry, but inside it's caused by hurt. Resentment is caused by feeling hurt, a pain, you know? That is, to me, the root of resentment, is feeling like you're being hurt by something that you or someone that you look to support, you know, to unify with, to be one with, to connect with, whatever it is, who it is, where it is. So, it's a huge lesson in acceptance. Huge. Resentment can get you into accepting that which you cannot change and surrendering a little bit, you know. So that's the good side of resentment, is that it can be that bridge between where you are now, feeling heavy, feeling like there's things you want to say and express, or things that you feel that you just can't get out. And on the other side is that healing. Once you could cross that bridge of accepting that some things had to happen, some things you had no control over, you know, some things you needed to experience. When you can cross that bridge of acceptance, then the healing can begin. And that is what I'm hoping to assist you guys with today, is to be ready for the healing process. And if you feel like you've already gotten into the energy of acceptance, then this experience today should be very healing for you. And I hope you enjoyed the guided visualization that is coming up next and is meant to assist you with really tapping into your energy centers and seeing where you might have been blocking or having blockages and needing to clear up the energy there, because experiences and conditioning has kind of clogged up the light. And it wants to come in. The light wants to come in. You wouldn't have been drawn here today to this channel of light if it wasn't time to do this work. So keep on going with the session. Do the work as it needs to be done. And I'm sending y'all so much light and love, as always, on this journey through releasing resentments. Hey everybody, welcome to the Creative Guided Visualization to help you assess your resentments, to help you to validate your feelings, and to assist you in moving past them. So we're going to do a little breath work, a little, I like to call it daydreaming, because visualizing to me is literally daydreaming. So I want you to follow the guidance of my voice. Place your hands on your heart, left hand over the right. Close your eyes. You can sit on the floor or you can be seated in a chair. You're going to take some grounding breaths through your mouth. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Letting go of any tension in your body on every exhale in. And out. Relaxing. Breathe in light and love. Feel the support of your ancestors. Exhale. Letting go of fears, worries, stresses. Let them go. Breathe in. Relax your face muscles. Filling yourself up with calm. Exhale. Releasing toxicity and anything that no longer serves a positive purpose in your vibration. Now breathe naturally in through your nose, filling up your lungs with clean, fresh, new air. And exhale through your nose, naturally releasing. Find your own rhythm and sync with the universe, its heartbeat. If you have sinus issues where you're unable to take deep breaths in and out of the nose, take deep breaths in through your mouth and try to exhale through the nose. If that's even difficult, you can continue to breathe naturally through your mouth, but no huge breaths, just small. Your natural breathing. Find your own rhythm and get into alignment with it and just breathe. You are made up of so many things, so many experiences, and they all contributed to who you are now. in your mind's eye an experience that may feel like the foundation of your feelings of resentment. Where do they stem from? Visualize the root of your resentful feelings. Do you resent your parents? Do you feel like they could have guided better? Or they over-guided? Do you resent choices you've made? Do you resent your spirit team? Do you resent God? Do you resent friends who you thought were friends? Do you resent family members that maybe were not family in the sense of the word? Do you resent experiences that you walked into unexpectedly? Breathe into this memory. See it in your mind's eye, or see those who you carry resentment for. And before we release them, I want you to tap into how you feel. How did that situation make you feel? How did that person, those people, that community, that place, how did it make you feel emotionally? Did you feel rejected, abandoned, not good enough, unworthy, overlooked, shamed, guilt, anger, sadness? Let these emotions surface to be felt because they are valid. And by suppressing them, you're telling yourself that how you feel doesn't matter. And it does. How you feel is what ushers in your experiences. So allow these feelings to rise up. You might feel them in your heart chakra. You might feel them in your sacral. Maybe your stomach is feeling it. You might feel it in your throat chakra. Wherever you feel this weight of resentment is where you've been suppressing it, where you've been holding it. And it's also the key to how you can release it. If you're holding it in your pelvic area, if you feel discomfort there, if you feel heavy in the root chakra area, at the base of your spine, ask for your ancestors to lift you up, to support you, to hold you. They will guide you and assist you in releasing. If you feel it in your womb, in the sacral chakra area, it's time for you to release these feelings creatively. Put it into some form of creative expression. If you feel this heavy resentment sitting right in the center of your torso, beneath your rib cage, above the belly button. That is the solar plexus. And if you're feeling it there, there's a need for you to affirm your greatness. There's a need for you to affirm who you are and step onto your path with determination and confidence. Go after the things you've limited yourself from being able to have. That will assist you in releasing resentment for others, because you'll take back your power and realize you are the co-creator with the Most High, and you can assist with creating the direction your life is going in. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing through this process. Deep, calming, soothing breaths. If you feel this heaviness, this weight in your chest, this resentment is sitting in your heart center. It lets me know you've been heartbroken, you've been hurt emotionally, and you're carrying some pain. You have to open up to let love in. When we suppress resentments into the heart center, it puts boundaries up around the heart. And it can sometimes make us give our love blindly in that search for some kind of fulfillment of the heart. Some kind of healing band-aid for the wounds. Simply open up to receive love will help you heal. That means speak to whoever you need to share with. Be around those who you know love you. Open up to accept hugs. Allow yourself to let your emotions overflow. If you're feeling it in your heart chakra, there's a need to express how you feel on the outer, either through crying or shouting. But there needs to be some kind of physical release. If you're feeling it in your throat, maybe your throat feels weird, you're coughing a lot when you want to talk, clearing your throat constantly, feeling as if you can't say the things you want to say, or when you do, it just does not come out right. Breathe. You simply need to connect your throat to your heart and allow whatever's in your heart to come out through the throat chakra. Allow yourself to speak your truth, and that will assist you in releasing any resentments. Speak your truth and seek nothing from anyone except your own self-fulfillment. If you are constantly thinking about these resentments, these feelings that you're burying, could be causing headaches, could be causing brain fog, of feeling unclear as to what to do, where to go, who you can trust. Listen to your intuition. If you want to release resentments, you need to let your inner knowing, your inner compass, release what needs to be released and open up to receive what needs to come in. Listen to your intuition. You're getting divine guidance at this time through this process of letting go. If you are carrying this weight of resentment on the top of your head, maybe you just feel very heavy from the top of your head all the way down to the ground, just weighted and burdened. And just take a breath, let out a sigh. It feels as if you've been holding your breath. This is cutting you off from your connection to Source, to God, to the divine. There's a mistrust. Maybe you feel like you've been led astray, or God just does not hold you in favor. Of course, none of this is true. Breathe, my beloveds. Pray. Release your resentments through meditation and prayer. Reconnect to Source energy. Forgive those who have caused you to feel this way, to suppress your feelings. Forgive yourself. And return to that memory, those people, that community, that place. And as you see that in your mind again, where your resentment stemmed from, take a deep breath and see yourself wiping this slate clean. You can see it as if you're just scrubbing a board as it becomes clear. You can see it as flowers that did not bloom well and you're just cutting them off with a scissor. Visualize yourself releasing this resentful energy out into the universe to be alchemized. Trust that the earth will alchemize this energy into something that can be useful for growth, emotional balance, mental clarity, overall healing of the heart. Because most resentments stem from a heartfelt wound or pain. Visualize yourself free of this resentment, these feelings. What would you do? How would you feel? Where would you go? See it in your mind's eye. Stay in that vibration. The you free of any resentments. The you released and regrowing and healing. Take a deep breath in through your mouth, sending light and love to all of your energy centers from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Exhale through your mouth, letting go of any blocks. Take another breath in. Exhale, clearing your energy centers, freeing up space for you to forgive and let in new energy. Another deep breath in, filling yourself up with light and love. Exhale, letting go of the past. One more deep breath in. Exhale, returning to the space you're in now. Slowly move your feet, your ankles, move your legs. Rub the tops of your thighs, open your eyes slowly, open up your arms and wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself some love. You deserve it. At this time, I would like to give you 5 ways to release resentments. Number 1, do a ceremony of release or forgiveness. Okay? It is time to really let things go. And sometimes, as human beings, we need to see the process happening. We need to feel this energy shift, but a lot of us need to see it visually and need to physically do it. So, doing a ceremony of release, such as breath work, visualization, burning a candle, it could even be a ceremony or ritual of forgiveness. Saying a prayer as you burn a candle, you're burning away your resentments. But doing some kind of ceremony that it like proclaims your freedom from this heavy weight that you've been carrying is going to be so liberating. You'll see. Number 2, work on seeing the purpose of the connections that you've had. If you hold resentments towards people, communities of people, environments, places even, take a minute to see why there was a connection. Why were you connected to these people, this place, this environment, this path? Why? What were you meant to gain from it, if anything? And when you can see the purpose, it kind of can ease the feelings of resentment and ease you into accepting that this is the path you had to walk. And when you can get into the energy of acceptance, you surrender and things can flow into your life as they need to, when they need to. Number 3, upgrade your energy using exterior rebooting. Do you know what that means? That means change your environment. All right. It also means change your appearance. If you feel energetically heavy, go put on that fly outfit that you've been holding back, even if you just walk into the damn store. Put it on, get out there, shift your energy, reboot it from the outside in. You can do that because when you feel like you look good, you feel good inside. Also, getting into better environments. If your home is not suiting your energy, time to move. If the circle of people you're around are not suiting your energy, time to shift out of that circle. Okay, it's time to upgrade your energy by rebooting your outer world. Number 4, meditate and explore your inner realm. It's time to look within. All right, take time to meditate and really assess your feelings. Really assess your feelings. Meditation helps you to still your mind to an extent because sometimes you may still feel like there's a lot of chatter in your mind, but it does give you a moment, especially if you use a guided meditation, to get in connection with your inner voice, your inner feelings, your inner compass. Okay, and that is where you will figure out exactly what it is you're holding on to and need to let go of. And lastly, number 5, stay off of social media. And y'all ain't gonna like this, but the advice is to stay off of social media for 4 weeks. I'm sure people cringed. and focus on you. Take 1 month to focus on you. Move your focus off of what everybody else is doing for 4 weeks. And if you can't do that, try it for 1 week. If you can't do that, try it for a day. But if you struggle with pulling yourself off of social media, that is something you need to work on, because that means you are stuck in the mass consciousness, and it's time for you to pull back and look within and find your own your own consciousness, and find your own way. Take 4 weeks to focus on you. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing, and watch. You'll have less reasons to be resentful, because a lot of times looking at other people is the cause of resentment. You see somebody striving, thriving, and you over here struggling, and you put in a lot of work or time in something. It's going to make you resent that person. They ain't even do nothing to you. So pulling off of social media, focusing on you for some time, is a great way to release resentments and to hinder them from creating more. Okay? That's what I have for you guys in regards to 5 ways that can help you to release resentments. Hey guys, welcome to the Pick Up How portion of this Sit With Me session. We have here 3 pals where I ask 4 questions, and hopefully this will help you get more clear on where you may still be holding resentments and how to release them. Now, keep in mind, as I always say, this is a general reading, meaning if you want something a lot more personalized, you should book a private reading, because these readings are going to be based off of me connecting to the energy of many, many people. Okay, many, many people's guides. So keep that in mind. This is a general read. Okay. Now, we have 3 piles. Each pile is represented by a card and a form of clearing energy tool. So for pile 1, and try not to judge. I see the top cards may have you going, oh my God. But trust, some of these cards are deceiving as to what they actually mean. So pile 1, you have the Death card and some Sage. Okay, if you feel drawn to this card or to the Sage, your reading's in pile 1. Pile 2, you have the Wilding card and this piece of Palo Santo. And lastly, we have the Warrior card and some Buddhist temple incense. I want to choose a pile 2. And I don't want to be biased, because this is giving me Aries Ram energy, even though I felt more called to the Wildling. But I don't know. I'm going to woosah with y'all and try to figure out which one of these has a message for me as well. Let's take 4 deep grounding breaths. In through your mouth and out. Taking in light and love every time you inhale, and letting go of any toxic thoughts, feelings, worries. Just letting them ease out of your body, down from the crown of your head, down to the bottoms of your feet, and out into Mama Earth to be alchemized into something beautiful. Okay? Taking that light and love. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. exhale. Breathe in, light and love and energy. Exhale, relaxing from the tops of your heads all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. And one more time, breathe in. Feeling that warmth and comfort and support of your ancestral guides. And exhale, letting go of any stresses, worries, shame, guilt. Just let's let it go so we can be open to receive these messages. Okay. So if you need to pause still, you can, but I'll be right back with Power One. Hey, Power One. Welcome to your session. You were drawn to the Death card. It's actually pretty. Okay. And the Sage. The first thing I'm getting from you, because I am, for each of the top cards, I am going to read the meaning from the books, but I'm also getting channeled messages. And one of the first things I'm getting for this pal is that it's like the death of belief, a certain belief that's happening for you at this time. Maybe you always felt like nothing goes right for you, or maybe you always felt like family members held you back, or it's like certain beliefs that are toxic are shifting or need to shift at this time. I feel like a lot of ideas and thoughts and feelings that you have stem from past experiences that may have not been so pleasant, that were more so meant for you to learn from than to adapt um, your ways to. You know what I'm saying? It's like constantly dealing with thieves. And instead of being like, I ain't going to deal with thieves no more, trying to find a way to deal with them. That's kind of what you're ending now. You are now transforming that energy where it's like if something is toxic for you, you are going to be transforming it, letting it go. Okay? So I'm going to read you a little bit more from the book. Okay. Your space has been saged, and let's see what else they want you to know about your card. Oops. Now, each of these cards, the top cards, do represent an element. And for your card, Power One, your element is ether, which could be sometimes looked at as space. Yeah, and literally, your card doesn't even, it's literally what I was saying. Your card doesn't even have a message. Look at this little paragraph. And it says, this card signals that an ending, change, or metaphorical death is currently happening or on the horizon. It may feel like the universe is stripping things away from you. You may feel shaken, raw, and uncertain. This is okay. This period is a preparation for what is to come. New adventure and abundance is making its way to you, and it needs space. Sometimes we can get too focused on the things we need to get rid of or the things that need to die, that we are not inviting new things into your life. When we bring in more life, it's easier to allow things to die. If you find yourself in a period of death, try to incorporate some new things you can enjoy to create balance. So perhaps you might be panicking right now because a lot of things are shifting and changing in your life, but they're like saying, do new things, open up to let new energy in, and that'll be your best way to cope with these things going out of your life. All right. Things that may have been causing resentful feelings. So the first thing I ask is, where in your life do you have resentments? Where in our lives are we still holding resentment? So we have initiation and the Count, Saint, germane. Four of Roses, views of the ego. Maybe you've been a part of groups where you felt like either you were bamboozled or overlooked. The Oracle of Delphi. Wow. This is like the Magician card. All three of these cards were reversed, which lets me know you may have some spiritual beef. Some of you may have some resentment towards either a spiritual teacher that you feel like led you astray or didn't fully lead you or teach you fully. Yeah, I feel like some of you may have resentments against a teacher who you felt like tried to hold you back from shining, who maybe didn't see you in the light that you were portraying. Maybe they saw you as wanting to replace them, thinking you were as good as them, feeling threatened by your gifts or your development. And this doesn't always have to just be like you're in a workshop. This could be church. This could be a mosque. This could be conversations you have in a community of spiritually minded people. For many of you in this power, it does feel religious based. Like it could have been a church or a religious teacher that you have some resentment for. I'm sorry, I'm like cleaning and shining my table while I'm talking. But the Oracle of Delphi lets me know that you might have ignored your intuition a lot or helped a lot of people by offering them guidance, but getting no credit for it is kind of what I'm hearing. So there's some resentment around that. You also have forgiveness. Maybe you've done some things and people have held grudges or someone is holding a grudge against you. Or you just hate the fact that you have to forgive people that you feel like are capable of knowing that they were shitty. It says holding on. Wow, power one. Holding on to resentment and anger, it literally says, and this isn't like this is a deck about resentment. This deck of cards is the spirit messages, daily guidance. So you guys really needed this session today and probably should watch it again. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness, I know y'all are like, she said all this in the opening. Like, did you steal it from this card? No, I did not. This is just really ironic that you guys would get a card that really talks about what this entire session today is about. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. So they are letting you know you have to forgive at this time. It's time for you to forgive. You are holding resentments, and it does seem like it's around someone or some group that was supposed to guide you or uplift you in some way, and it just looks like that didn't pan out the way you expected. And a lot of this has to do with your inner knowing. Maybe you're upset because you intuitively saw this coming. But they're letting me know that there are old ways you have to let go of. And it's like you're resistant. Maybe this group or this teacher or this belief system, it's like you're clinging to it. But these things, these old relationships, these old mindsets are keeping your energy low. Okay? And even if you get rid of the people who are dragging your energy down, things could be still going downwards because you may be stuck in the loss of these people or the loss of this community or just afraid of what new might be coming in. And they're telling you at this time to trust. It's time to release an old mindset or an old group of people who couldn't see you for who you were. or felt like you thought you were better than. Like they were jealous of your gifts to an extent. And I'm not saying that everybody in Power One is some kind of reader or spiritual guide, though many of you must be that are here, but or you're missing your calling. But many of you here, I'm hearing are givers. You may share information, you might teach, you might uplift people with words of guidance and love. And I think when you're that type of person, when you're a giver, yeah, you're gonna get hurt many times when you're dealing with people who only know how to receive, you know? So forgiveness is your key, but I didn't expect you to get your answer in the first question. Because the next question is, what's the best way for you to release these resentments? And they're literally telling you guys to forgive. But let's see what else. What's the best way for Power One to release resentments? Listen to your body. I follow the cycles of my body. There's a need for you to maybe focus on your physical at this time. Um, Listen to your body. I feel like there's something you should be doing physically that'll help you release resentment. It could be a yoga class, a workshop series. It could be an African dance workshop series. It could be um, I'm even seeing aerobics and ballet and stuff. Something where you're moving is going to help you to get some of these stuck energies out of your body. Okay. My body knows how to self heal. Your whole thing is about your body. You carry your resentments in your body. And for some, or it's affecting the physical, the body. Because some people could be mental. Some people it's emotional. For this group here, it's like it's a physical thing. Your body can feel when you're feeling resentful. It might bring your energy down. You feel heavy. Like right now as I'm reading, I'm feeling like a heaviness in the center of my chest, like my heart chakra. Um, yeah, it kind of shuts down your heart center. And when that shuts down, it messes with your physical life force. Your energy starts to feel like low vibe. You don't really want to do anything. So they're saying gets to moving, do some physical spiritual healing. Some of you may even need to do a spiritual cleansing, detox your body, um, prayer work. I think I have some video footage from my last 7 day spiritual cleansing workshop. Just check out my free workshops playlist, Power One. You might find something there for you. Your whole thing is about your body. Wow. I have an energetic body and the power to transform myself and my life. You just have to open up and embrace change. These people or this event or environment or community, whatever, it was for a season. It was for you to get initiated into something you needed to learn, something you needed to know. And when I say initiated, it's on a spiritual level. It's not like you literally signed up and said, I'm initiating into something. No, it's a spiritual initiation where certain things that are aligning in your path are meant to take you to another level, to your next level. And that's what you were going through. But now you've leveled up. It's time to forgive so that you can fully step to the next level. However, in order to do that, this resentment, this feeling you're carrying in your body has to die. And you have to open up to let new energy in. And the best way they're saying to do that right now at this time for you is to get into some kind of physical healing. Pay close attention to the cycles of your body. And I feel like really pay attention to the moon cycles as well for this pile here. So when you do finally release, what can finally come in for you? Your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. So you're feeling like you're on a bumpy path right now. When you release these resentments, Things are going to feel like you're smooth sailing. You're going to be like, oh my God, everything is just flowing. What else we got for my ones? A spiritual hug. Aww. You're going to feel so held and so like just supported and comforted. Don't be afraid to walk away from people because your spirit team is there with you and they're letting you know they got you. Okay? So when you get rid of toxic folk, toxic memories, toxic mindsets, you're going to just feel like the universe is just gathering around you, like all these light energies just loving on you and lifting you up. True love can never really be lost. You will realize that you've been blocking people that really love you from coming in by clinging to this energy here. And your soul tribe, those that really love you, even a soul mate for those of you who are seeking that, will be able to come in when you finally let go of these resentments. Okay? So the last question I ask is the next step for you to take right now. And I don't think I could fit it all down here. So I'm gonna just place them across the center. Throat release. You got some things you need to say. The next step for you right now is either to voice these resentments. If you still are in contact with anyone you have resentments towards, speak on it. Let it out. If you're not, record it. Like you saw in my vulnerable recording that I am still a little embarrassed I'm sharing. But that was me releasing some of my resentments. And maybe you need to do something like that. And I was also hearing many of you here may have beautiful voices, singing, speaking. These things are going to be very, very helpful for you in your healing process. So, throat chakra, let yourself speak your truth, because that's another thing, that resentment. You can feel resentful because you feel like you didn't say the things that you were thinking or feeling. Tap into your sacral power. Wow, you're getting a lot of chakra work you need to do. Yoga's probably your best bet, or some form of Kundalini yoga. I'm here for you. So you got throat release and tap into your sacral power. Your sacral chakra is located above your pelvis and below the belly button, and it vibrates to the color orange, and it's your creative center, your center of authenticity, your center of your truth when it comes to who you are and how you express yourself creatively in the world, as well as your sexual energy. And it's time for you to tap into your authenticity and your creativity. I feel like that is the next step for you now, to focus on um, giving birth to something new. And it could be a new you, like with the sacral chakra. You could be stepping more into alignment with your truth, or it could just be maybe you are a creative person and you're going to be bringing that creative energy to the surface, and maybe you're meant to express some of the things you've gone through creativity, or through speaking, talking about it. And you have vulnerability is power. Yeah, this is all in alignment. Your next step is to be vulnerable, to be you, to stand in your power. I feel like you've completed a cycle. The circles are like really standing out to me. You have a lot of circles. You're completing a cycle at this time, so that you can start something new. And in order to do that, you have to be ready to speak your truth. You have to be ready to share aspects of yourself that you might be afraid to expose. And you have to be authentic. You have to be authentic to who you are. You have to let this old passive, accepting whatever, non-confrontational, to your own detriment self to die, and to now step into what you've been preparing to be uh, in alignment with, which is the ability to be you, be true to who you are. I feel like you may have also dealt with people who judged you harshly for a path that you took, especially if it didn't match the way they wanted you to go or the way they were going. This pile gives me an energy of having dealt with people that they thought you guys thought were like working with you when really they were, I don't want to say working against you, but wanting what you have, or wanting to be more like you, or wanting your gifts. Or it's just you've been surrounded by a lot of people who envied you, but you thought that you all were on equal ground, is what I'm hearing. So this is your reading, my group ones. And I hope that this entire session about dealing with resentments was very helpful for you today. If it was, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe and join this tribe of light workers. And read the description and tell you about all the other ways that we could link up, book personal readings, and travel across the world together for my retreats. I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be right back with Pal 2. Until next time, Group 1. Bye. Hey, Group 2. Welcome to your session. Where'd I put my lighter? Oh, okay. So you were drawn to the Wildling card. I'm getting messages, like channeled messages, but at the same time, I am going to read you your passage from the book as well. So the first thing I'm picking up for this group, I feel like you're a very free spirit. Yeah. I feel like you're a very free spirit. You're one of those that goes their own way, does their own thing. But it could be not looked well upon. I'm hearing black sheep of the family for this group here. You're just a little different from maybe your family, maybe your circle of friends, and very guarded. Very guarded. If you don't feel like you're guarded, you are. It's when I say guarded, what I'm hearing is like somebody who they'll pick up their swords and go out and help others and fight battles. But what's going on with them and what help they need is kind of blocked off. I don't know what that's about. Like you are giving but not opening to receive. You don't expect reciprocation. Let me sip some water before I go to your book. So first, let's see what element you have with the wildling. The element of ether. Wow, Pal 1 had ether too. All y'all starseed space heads here. But anyway, let's see what your message is. All right. So it says pulling the wildling card indicates a time to connect to the most primal parts of yourself. This may mean you need to detach a bit from people around you so you can hear the whispers of your deepest knowing without the influence of others. So the wildling energy is raw, it's empowered and independent. Many people are going to be intimidated by you, so you might have experienced that, and which is why you may be kind of going your own route, do your own thing type of person, because you know sometimes when you can tell when people are intimidated by your energy, um, or are afraid because you're so free spirited. It can be very unsettling, and it may also be unsettling in societies and families and communities when someone is going a path or a route that is not the tradition, or is unknown. Um, yeah, the wildling burns the contract and heads into the woods. The wildling will not be held by any rules, and that's why I feel like this is your energy right now, and maybe it's been your energy. Yeah. The wildling shows up when it's time to break free of the systems that limit us. So you are at a point now where you see, I feel like for Pal 2, you see what is in your way, what's limiting you, where your resentments lie, um, and why. But when the wildling energy is showing up for you now, it's like trying to get you to remember a time, where things were calmer, where things were peaceful, where maybe connecting more to ancestral energy. A time when we lived with the land, when we walked barefoot, when our lives were in alignment with the natural world. It's like you're being called to remember that, to pull back from the material world, to pull back from social media, platforms like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and Twitch and stuff like that. You need to pull your energy back from that, and connect back into your body and hear what it needs from you. All right. You want to be able to be free, but stay grounded. All right. That's what I'm hearing for you. Be free, but stay grounded. And if you're feeling like you're in a state of chaos right now, um, it's because you're not stopping. What I'm hearing is you may have this power here is, I'm gonna say you're weird. Um, but I'm feeling like some of your resentments are spiritual based. You may find that you're resentful towards your guides. That's what I'm almost hearing. It's like, and you're constantly searching, maybe looking for a deeper connection, a way to make the energy shift, so you're in alignment with what it is you want. Um, but it's like you almost feel like spiritually you're held back, or like you feel like it's been very difficult, which is why you constantly go off the beaten path. It's like, this ain't working, everybody's going this way, it's not working for me, let me try this route. But when you're constantly doing that and searching, you're never reaching what it is you're looking for. So they're like, stop, return to basics, pull your energy back into you, and yeah, allow yourself some grace to really assess where you've been, all right, what you've gone through. Pile one was completing a cycle. This pile here, I feel like you completed it, but there's like residue. You know, you clean something, but it still looks like I'm gonna have to clean that again. I washed it, but it still got some stuff on it. That's what I feel for this pile. So let's see where you may still be holding resentment in your life. My twos, you have the Two of Scrolls, which is two worlds. Wow. It does feel like spiritual team anger almost. It's like disappointment. It's like feeling like on one end, you're living your spiritual life, or you're living the life that you want, but in reality, you feel like you're not. It's like you're living both sides. You feel like I'm good and I'm blessed, but really, I don't feel like it. I feel like I'm stuck It's like wanting to go out and be out there in the world, but feeling stuck in a predicament. Let me see. We have up in the air. Just feeling unsure. Always feeling like you don't know how something's going to go. And then birth, Beth. And it was reversed. Some of you here may have issues of resentment against your parents. I'm seeing parents or a mother figure. And others of you have resentments against your spiritual guide team. Just feeling like things are always up in the air. You're not sure. Whenever you think you're going to get a new beginning or something new is being born, it's almost like you feel like you're disappointed. Yeah, it's like feeling like on one end you're living one way, and then in the other end you're living another way. It's like you're balancing two worlds, one where you feel abundant and one where you feel impoverished or broke, in other words. So you have choices. So you may have some resentment about certain things that happened in your life. Choices that were made for you and choices you made, probably being influenced by parental figures or spiritual, just feeling spiritually led. And it says when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Some of you resent yourselves. If you are here and you're having some resentment towards yourself, write that in the comments. I've been there. If you looked at my video, I was more resentful to myself, of myself for the choices I had made, the people I allowed to take advantage of me. And then on the other end, I was also very resentful to my spirit team because I felt like every time I felt like I was in alignment with something I loved or that was amazing, it's always seemed like it's very difficult for me to get it or get to it. And yeah, you have to let these resentments go. You have to realize that I feel like this pal here is learning acceptance of what they can and cannot control. And you have to realize where you do have control. You have control when you make decisions and choices. Yeah, there's some things that are up in the air that spirit's just going to take you on. Yeah, there's some things that are influenced by your parenting and your, how you were raised. But in this case, I'm really feeling like you guys really need to let go of any resentments you're holding for yourselves. I want to look at birth because it was reversed. I want to see what it means in reverse because I already got what I felt for it, but oh. So some of you here with this card being reversed, and I can relate so much, may have found difficulties with pregnancy, romance, or childbirth, having a child. So you may have special needs children, disabled children. You may be disabled or special needs yourself. You may have struggled starting romantic relationships, always feeling like it was a fresh new beginning for it to just die. You may struggle with getting pregnant, and you have resentment around a mate. Maybe you're blaming a mate. Maybe you're blaming God. Yeah. This is like really feeling like your desires that you had for your family life did not manifest in the way you wanted. Yeah. It also can speak of birth, not birth, I'm sorry. It can also speak of your purpose and feeling like it's elusive to you, like you're not really sure which direction to go in. Constantly feeling like you're up in the air, everything's up in the air. Not feeling grounded, not feeling like you're being pointed in an exact direction, which is why I guess you're the wildling. You're just trying to find a path. You're trying to forge a way and resenting those that didn't make your path ahead clear. That's what I feel. People who did not, your spirit team, your parents, people who did not put you on the path in the way that you feel you should have been. Maybe they didn't encourage you. Maybe they didn't nurture you. Whatever the case may be, you have to make the choice now consciously to release these things and realize that it's the choices you make that lead you to where you are. So what's the best way for my Paltus to release these resentments? Bless my body with nourishing foods. Well, my Paltus, you need to change your diet. Things you are eating could be keeping you in a certain vibration. You're putting things in your body that are weighing you down. You're putting things in your body that take away your energy, or that can mess with your mental focus. So you can't really figure out your direction, that you want to go in or whatever. I completely surrender to my path. You have to just let go. You have to let go. And you have the waters of creativity and sensuality flow within my hara. Hara? That's a new word for me. Flow within my hara. Let me look in the book, make sure I'm saying that right. Yeah, I think that is hara. This is interesting because it looks like she's giving birth. Is the hara the womb? Okay, let me check this out before I give you my message. Okay, so the hara is your sacral chakra. So it's the womb and the sacral chakra that this energy's flowing. Well, the sacral's in the womb area. So you might want to wear a lot of orange, eat orange foods, that'll help increase your sacral energy. But if you want to release these resentments, you literally need to change what you're putting into your body, diet wise, food wise. That could even be if you have addictive things you're putting into your body. No more. Get rid of it. Surrender to your path. You have to learn acceptance. This pal, you have to accept this is your way. This is the route you have to go, and know that you're not on that path alone. Okay. And some of you might have walked it before in another lifetime. That's for some of you. And then this pal here, I feel like you're very, very creative. Pal one, I felt a lot of intuitive and I'm gonna say reading, but reader energy there. And here I really feel like you are the artist. You're meant to give birth to some wonderful things, but I also feel like your energy is very divine feminine, pal too. Whether you're a man or a woman, however you identify, your divine feminine energy is your nurturing, sensual, um, loving energy, compassionate energy. And it just feels like when you are in that vibration, you can heal. Okay? Step into your arts, even if you don't feel like you're artistic or creative. But I do feel like there is some kind of creative gift this pal has. Each of you. Tap into that. That'll help you heal resentments. Because it'll be a reminder of who you are at your core. Okay? It'll remind you of your power. So when when you do finally let go of these resentments, what is going to come in from my pal twos? Natural healing power. Wow. Some of you are meant to be healers or shaman in some way, or just leaders of workshops and group healing retreats and outdoor ceremonies. I feel like your natural ability to heal, not just yourself, but others, will be turned up when your resentments are released. Be like your spirit guide. Wow. Your connection to spirit is going to really open up. I want to look at be like your spirit guide. I'm going to look in the book for that one. I haven't looked in the book for these. Go within. You'll have a deeper connection to who you are. What's going to come in when you release these resentments is your gifts are going to increase. Your natural healing gifts, your ability to connect to spirit, and to go within and tap in. So you're going to level up when it comes to your spiritual gifts and abilities when you finally let go of these resentments. But I want to see what they mean by be like your spirit guide. Are you meant to guide yourself? I don't think that's what they mean. Yeah, this world could be full of judgment and jealousy, and it is easy to get dragged into problems that are not your own. Remember that you have a true friend in the spirit world who wants to be the best for you and who will guide you away from such negativities if you allow them to do so. Your guide is showing you that you can rise above petty things and bring more spiritual action to your situations. You're bigger than this. So pretty much you're going to be more into alignment with who you are on a spirit level. When you release resentments, you're going to be more like a spirit guide. You're going to be able to help heal yourself and others. You'll be able to guide and show people the way forward, minus resentments. And you also will find it very powerful when you meditate. I feel like this power here, meditation, what you put in your body is very, very important, as well as how you express yourself creatively. And these are the things that can actually free you from the resentments you might be holding. But I do feel like spiritual gifts will increase when you release resentments. I feel like abundance can come in and just heightened connect to spirit. I'm hearing like manifestation powers will increase. Like you'll be able to really think of what you want and see it manifest in your reality quicker. So what's the next step for you to take right now, my pal twos? Emotions are energy in motion. Check your emotions. Really, really, where it says go within, start to do that and check your emotions. See how you're feeling, because your emotions are having a huge part to play on your health at this time. If you're feeling emotionally distressed, emotionally like just not grounded, all over the place or bottled up, like how this is giving me that guarded feeling, they're saying it's time for you to let your emotions free. But I'm hearing creatively, or find a way to use your emotions to move you past these feelings of resentment. I don't know how to express it. Like use your emotions. Because I don't want y'all to go out and spaz on people and start telling people, yeah, I resent you because. But this part, I don't feel like there's anyone you need to talk to besides God and yourself. So I think a good heavy prayer or an outcry to the Most High, just how you're feeling, or sit and talk to yourself about how you're feeling. And I think that's one of the things you need to do. Like that video, I ain't show y'all the whole thing. I just put up some of it. But doing something like that, just sitting and talking with yourself, can help you to better assess what you need to release, what's bothering you, you know? Explore fullness. You may have a connection to birds. I don't know why this caught my attention, because you got these little things flying out of this tree. That was giving me fairy energy, but this looks like a bird too. So you may have a connection to birds. You might find, and wings here, you just might find that birds are either very interested in you, or they're always waking you up to certain things or trying to get you to notice something. And you're more powerful than you know. That's deep. And it brings me to your choices. The next step for you to take now is to realize that a lot of the things that have occurred in your life, and I know a lot of us don't like to hear this, is based off of choices you made. Okay? Nobody in this pile here was forced to do anything. There are some things you have to accept that they happened because they're out of your control, because you can't control other people and what they're going to do. But as far as the things you did and the things that you were involved in and the thing, that was your choice. You chose it. Unless and we're not here talking about any abuse, like if you were here and you were abused and things like that. I'm talking about choices you made to do something, to go somewhere, to unite with certain people, to not speak up or to speak up. All of these were your choices, and the choices you made are what brought in the experiences you had that got you to where you are today. Now, very interesting is you're more powerful than you know, and she's looking into what looks like a mirror, but this is reflected back, and it looks just like explore fullness. So I'm gonna read explore fullness, uh, because I feel like that is the number one next step you should be taking at this time to release your resentments. Okay. No, I wasn't gonna read all of this. That's a lot. What does fullness represent to you, my pal twos? So often in life, we're taught to thrive on emptiness, whether that is being celebrated for being slim or being part of our consumerist society that needs us to feel empty so that we keep craving more to feel satisfied. Let's rebel and explore the glory of fullness. It will allow you to soak up the entirety of each moment, the fullness of every emotion, and the feeling of being totally satisfied with every meal. When you allow yourself to explore fullness, you may notice how many places emptiness has appeared up until now. Let's reclaim fullness as a celebration rather than a failure. Changing this perspective can change the way you enjoy your life. Think about how rich your experiences could be. So, all you need to do is to lean into the present moment and check your senses every time you have an experience. How does this make me feel inside? What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I tasting? What am I smelling? Just getting the full experience of things you might have overlooked as you were trying to find your way, wildling. Yeah, and emotions are energy in motion. Here, they give you a tip about your emotions under this same card. Next time you feel a strong emotion, lean further in. Feel its fullness, the joy, the laughter, the sadness. There's a richness of life you're about to discover that you never knew was possible. Let's get full. Lean into every experience. Experience it fully. That's the next step. Even if you're feeling like shit, lean into that feeling. Let yourself feel it. Understand where it's coming from and release it. Okay? Yeah, my ones. Wow. Maybe some of y'all came from Pal 1 as well. But that's my reading for you, Pal 2. Yeah. That is my reading for you. If it resonated, please give me a thumbs up. If this entire session on resentment was helpful for you, watch it again. Remember, if you're new here, to subscribe to my channel. We're always welcoming in new light workers into this light tribe. And read the description. Tells you about all the other ways that we can vibe and link up on my other platforms. I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pal 3. Until next time, bye. Hey, Pal 3, welcome to your session. You were drawn to the warrior. And this Buddhist temple incense. I can't even read what this scent is. It says, this is probably the name of the brand, Tai Hang Yabai. Okay. Usually you have to burn a bunch of these to get any real smoke, but I'm just using this to bring in the energy of what you were drawn to. So my warriors, when it comes to resentments, it's interesting. Each pile had such a different energy. The first pile needed to speak up. The second pile needed to go within to release. This pile here, I don't know why I'm almost hearing like you need to stop and do nothing. The wildling was all over the place trying to find their way, their own way. I don't know, with the warriors, like constantly up against opposition, resenting those that have opposed things you wanted to do, has kind of brought you into this energy here where it's a constant battle. We're going to take a look at that card a little bit more closely. Let's take a look at the warrior. Who are we dealing with pile 3? And don't laugh at my accent. Because I just realized, now living in the South, I realize I have an accent. I didn't realize that before. Warrior. Okay, and it vibrates the element of ether. So everyone drawn today to this session is really connected to star seed energy, star ancestry. May have been guided here by those ancestors. All right. So pulling the warrior card indicates a need for strong fire energy and internal power. Okay, my dear warrior, what I feel is that you're still in the midst of your war. You're still in the midst of those that are causing resentments. Like they're still around you. It says the warrior is a call to action as opposed to just a state of mind. It asks you to examine not just oppressive people in your life, but also the larger systems within the world, and then get to work. The warrior is about doing. Okay. Warrior is about doing and defending. But you always feel like you have to continue forward. So you almost give me wildling energy at the same time. It's like always fighting to create a positive change. But the way is questionable. You're strong, you're resilient, and you don't have that much fear when you have to go up against oppressors. That's one good thing about being in the warrior energy, is you're fearless. Okay, no one's going to stop you in your forward movement. But when you're imbalanced, you can be very hyper aggressive. You could push away people who may be able to help you most of all, and miss out on things that are actually good for you, because you have to start to understand the concept of pick your battles. So you may have people around you you've had issues with, you've had to defend yourself against, you've had arguments with, whatever the case may be. They're still in your life, they're in your energy in some way, shape, or form. This could be family, this could be friends, this could be family that keeps toxic people around, or a group of friends who keep toxic friends in the circle. Whatever the case may be, you're still in this battle, is what they're saying at this time, with people you resent. And I'm feeling for you that there may be people around you who are resenting you. because when you're a warrior energy, sometimes you can overlook the effect you have on those as you're pushing forward towards whatever it is you're feeling called to or driven towards. And that's something, warriors, you have to be aware of. That yes, maybe you felt oppressed and held back a lot, and now you're feeling this momentum to move and do. But you have to be careful that you're not just jumping into various battles that aren't necessary and turning people off to you and causing yourself to constantly always have to be at war. Okay? So let's see. Are you carrying any resentment still, and what are they? The chess game. 3 of keys. It's just always feeling like you've been played with. There's a resentment to life almost. Or just feeling like everything's a freaking game. Like everybody's trying to gain. Everybody's trying to win. Everybody's trying to step on each other. It's almost a resentment towards society. Let me see. The scribe. So this is my pile of writers. And you might not necessarily be a writer as your career. I'm just saying that's a gift you may have, my pile 3s. If you're not gifted in writing, what you read, you retain very well, and you're meant to pass that on and share it in some way. And you have the journey, the 7 of Roses reversed. My pal 3s, my pal 3s. It's like you feel unfairly treated by life. That's what I'm hearing. Some of you feel like life has unfairly treated you. Others are feeling like, I don't know, like a career. Either you're stuck in a certain profession that is not good for you anymore, that is very competitive, and you have some resentment around it because maybe you really loved what you do, or you love this community, or you love this place, but there's something about it that is very competitive, very step on the next person to get ahead type vibe, and you have resentment around. Ooh, my stomach just growled. You have resentment around that. Maybe being a part of this community or this way of life of always feeling like you got to knock somebody else down to get to the top. And the journey was reversed. Do you feel like you have resentments that you feel like your spiritual journey hasn't brought you in what it is you want? Some of you feel like the things you want, you have to travel. You have to go very far for. And that could cause resentment. Why am I in this predicament where what I want, I can't get to it? It could be a love. It could be a job. Oh, well, let me see. Reverse. Yeah, it's just feeling like there's delays. Maybe you were supposed to be moving right now. You want to move or you want to travel. It's like you're looking to change. You're looking to expand at this time. You want to diversify your work, but it's like constantly feeling like it's not the right time. It's not the right time. But they're trying to affirm to you by showing you this card, period, that new discoveries, new travels, new places, new opportunities are coming in. It just may be delayed because of these issues, these resentments you have to release. Yeah. It's like things are going to happen for you. Things are going to move again. Maybe you felt like you had movement in your life at one time. You felt very important. You felt like you were winning at the game. And then all of a sudden you just felt no movement, like stuck. Everything is working in divine timing for you, my pal 3s. Pal 3 with the 3 of keys. Soul solitude. Wow. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not the journey, but not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. If my stomach growls one more time, y'all, I'm gonna have to pause. This is a time to pause. I can't take it. I can't take my guides. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. On that note, I'm gonna grab something to snack on, guys. I'll be right back. You won't even feel it. All right, pal 3, I'm back. I had to force myself to eat something that I really did not feel like eating. It's like my stomach's growling. I don't know if you've ever been there. Your stomach's growling, but everything you have to eat, you don't want it. It's weird. I don't want it. But I can hear my husband's voice in my head like, eat some bread, baby. You have to eat something. So I'm eating a croissant that I'm forcing down literally because I don't really want it. I don't really want it. Maybe I'll make a soup or something later. Anyway, sorry, side talking. Um, so let's get back in. My pile threes. You hold some resentments to the game of life. It could be family, it could just be society at large. You feel like everybody's out for themselves. And that's where you hold a lot of resentments against your family, I'm hearing, and friends and communities you're a part of or that you were a part of, only to realize that you thought everybody's working towards a common goal, but really everybody's just out for self. So yeah, that's understandable to be having resentful feelings, feeling like you got into something or you're born into something for that matter that is not in alignment with who you are. So with the scribe here, I do feel like you're meant to write some kind of book, or you're meant to journal, or you're meant to share some knowledge, some information that's meant to kind of shift mindsets. So sometimes people hear these things and read it and they think on like a worldwide scale. No, you might just be somebody who sees some kids outside and stops and shares some knowledge that helps them deal with life better. You might be someone who just happens to be sitting on a train next to someone and something you share, uplifts them. But I do see maybe feeling like this gift has been elusive to you. Maybe you felt like you share, maybe you felt like you've taught, maybe you felt like you've guided, but almost like it was your duty, but not feeling like it got you anywhere, feeling like it just held you back by giving your knowledge, your wisdom, your energy towards either a certain community of people, friends, or family. You just feel like it held you back. But they're letting you know that, oh, excuse me. See, this is why I didn't want to eat something. They're letting you know that you need to pay attention to your soul, your inner, your deep, your core. Um, and pull back. This pal here, you really need a break from like Facebook. I'm hearing like certain social media platforms where it's showing other people's lives, what other people are doing, where other people are saying things. Like you could watch YouTube and not see people's comments and form your own opinion. But platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, where you automatically, are gonna see people's comments, um, Twitter, things like that. You need to pull your energy back for a while and spend some time really soul searching, finding out what it is you want to do, where you want to go now, peacefully, not using force. All right. It's time for you to really pull back and reflect and think about the journey you've already been on. All right. And allow yourself to heal from some of those experiences. But I really am. They keep saying to me, like, you may have resentments around being overlooked or something that you just do just because it's in your DNA to do it. Maybe you're spiritually called to it and you feel like you're not moving forward, but they're trying to affirm for you that you are, that you just need to do some soul healing, some searching, some really finding of direction. Like, how can you go on a journey you don't know where you want to go, which way you going? And that's what you need to figure out. Release these resentments about the game of chess, the game of life, and pull back your energy for a while to see which way you want to go. What is your part to play in this game? Or are you stepping out of the game and totally going your own way? All right, so what's the best way for you to release these resentments, my pal 3? My passion and visions are expansive as the sun. You have to really sit and pay attention to your dreams and your visions and your goals and the messages that you receive. You want to release these resentments you carry? You have to focus on you, where you're going, what are you passionate about, and allow yourself to really see your gift. Here, this just gives me an energy of gifted, wise people that are just put to a task that they feel called to, or that they just happen to have a skill for. It might not even be what they love to do. They're just skilled at it. And it's like, to heal from resentments which left you feeling like you were overlooked or forced to do something, or dealing with people who are only worried about themselves advancing. It's time for you to focus on your own passions and your own visions, and that will help you to heal any resentments. 3 is a number for this pile. Wow, your pile 3, you got the 3 of keys, you got 12, which is the number 3, and you have the card 33. So if 3 ain't your number, I don't know what it is. That means you could shift this energy in the next 3 days, in the next 3 weeks, in the next 3 months. I don't see years. I think you can shift this energy in the next 3 weeks, tops, is what I'm hearing, and get into alignment with the journey that is coming back around for you that you feel like you missed, because you feel like you were held back by responsibilities or giving your energy towards people or things that didn't give back. Yeah, didn't give anything back. Life is a dream within a dream. They're really telling you to reconnect to your visions and your dreams and the desires that you had before the game of life or the chess game got to you, and you start to feel like you were a warrior in the chess game because everybody's out for self. So you just started to kind of be in the same energy. And they're saying, no, you're right at this threshold here where the doorway to your dreams is right there. And all you need to do to release some of this resentment is to shift into alignment with where you want to go now. I release energy that is blocking my inner vibrational flow. Get out into nature. Get out into nature. 3s, 4s, these are like powerful numbers to this pile here. You need to release people, I'm hearing, and habits. Energy that is blocking your inner vibrational flow, and I'm hearing like it could be people you keep around you. It could be bad habits that are in the way. But whatever it is, it's time for you to let them go, to see things from a higher perspective. Fly above all of this mess and see where you want to go. And then follow that dream. That's how you release your resentments. I think some of your resentments is feeling like you could not move towards your calling or your dream, or feeling like you weren't able to fully get into alignment with it because you had to deal with cutthroats or you had to deal with responsibility. And now it's like, follow your dream, follow your heart, release those feelings of restriction, and you'll soar. Yeah, your vibe is going to shift and new energy is going to come in. So, well, I just told you, but when you do release resentment, what can come in? Universal love is true love, so love all. I feel like when you release your resentments against those, well, society, family, whoever you feel like is out for self, and I feel like it's a social thing. You feel like everybody's about themselves to an extent. When you release those resentments against those that may also be in the energy of the warrior in this game, universal love is true love. Love will come in. And I'm not feeling like a romantic love. I feel like minds. And I also feel like spirit guides. I feel like when you release your resentments, you're going to feel more connected to everything and all. You'll see the part you play. You'll understand how life works better. You'll understand how people work. Just how everything is working in your life, at least. You might even feel like your heart opens up and you just have this deep love for everyone and everything. All right. Don't fear change, embrace it and grow. So yeah, things are going to change that are going to assist you in spiritual growth when you release your resentments. I do feel like it's going to bring new people in that match your energy. You may also find you get new guides. And for many of you, I feel like when you release your resentments, you may, I was going to say move. Some of you it's move, some of you it's travel. I see a lot of mountains. Y'all have gotten this power here. You've gotten through a lot of obstacles, but I feel like obstacles will be out of your way. You'll be at the mountaintop when you release your resentments. That I feel like for this power, this is like the final thing you need to let go of in order to step into your alignment. And I said it like that because it feels heavy, like you've been carrying it. These resentments. I release energy that is blocking my inner vibrational flow. That's the energy that you need to release. And then things will shift because you'll be out of this energy of fear and you'll be open to love. One spirit guide, one way. And I really feel like I said, your spirit guide team is going to change too. I feel like there's a guide that's going to step up when you release these resentments that can come in, that's going to show you, that's literally going to guide you, lead you directly to the sun. It's like almost feels like the same energy. Your passions and your visions are expansive as the sun. And then you're getting guided that way. That's interesting. But why one spirit guide? The Healing Spirits Oracle has been making me very curious today, and I don't usually get like this. It says, clear your mind of all conflicting knowledge and trust the path you have chosen. Okay. So remember I said you're going to be guided straight to your dreams or your goals when you let go of resentments. That's pretty much what the book is saying. Soon you'll be moving towards more spiritual practices. This is the time for you to trust your spirit guide to get you to the next level of your life. You have put in a lot of hard work already, but once you have turned the next corner, your path will open up and your way will be clear. And I say that. Trust your spirit guide right now. And that's what I was feeling like. Your spirit team is going to shift. You're going to get a guide that's going to take you all the way. And you just have to open up to trust. But this is all after you let go of them resentments, honey. Yeah. I heated up this croissant and that was hard again. I don't like cold bread. You know, some people, they could just sit and eat bread. I'm not that person. I don't like it. All right. So the last question I asked was, what is the next step for my Pal 3s to take now? The precious present moment. They're literally telling you to lean into the present. This soul solitude energy. It's time for you to pause and lean into now. And nurture yourself. It's a lot of just sitting in your cards, and it makes me feel like you really do need to stop. You need to slow down and you need to reflect and assess before you make movements forward. I feel like your next movement forward will be guided when you release resentments. One next step. And I said, what's the next step? One next step. And I feel like they're just saying, just make a move, make a step towards releasing these resentments. It's only one step you need to take. And it's like going into soul solitude, pulling your energy back, focusing on your passions and your dreams, and letting go of any energy that's getting in the way of that. Your soul knows. And look at that number. That's crazy, y'all. 33 again. 36. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All these threes, it just makes me feel like you guys are meant to be speaking, sharing, teaching, traveling. You're very intelligent, this group here. But anyway, the next steps for you to take now is to listen to where your soul is guiding you. It says soul solitude, and you got your soul knows. Pull back into yourself. Take that one step to sit and be in the moment. And yeah, really assess what it is you want to do next and where you want to go. And let go of this mindset that you're constantly going to be in a battle against people that want to only have self-interest at the head of their purpose. You're no longer going to feel as if your journey is on pause once you know which way you want to go. And you can't pick a direction carrying a bag of resentment. Yeah. So they're telling you your soul knows what you need next. Just take that step, lean into the present, put your sword down for a minute, warrior, and realize that better times are coming in. You had to go through those wars and battles so that you could build resilience and strength and persistence. Okay? Change is coming. Love is coming. And you got a spirit guide that's very powerful that's stepping up to say they're going to show you the way. So be open to it. Visualization will be good for this pal. Just sitting and visualizing what it is you want. Seeing yourself having it. Seeing yourself living it. Seeing it. Seeing yourself receiving is the best way to open and receive. And visualize with your palms open to receive on your lap. Okay? But that's what I got for you, my pal threes. I hope this session today resonated with you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe and join this light tribe. And everybody read the description. It tells you about how you can book a personal reading, join my workshops, travel with me around the world, go on that journey, that retreat that maybe is calling to you at this time. Yeah, and how you can find me on my other platforms. I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey, pal 3. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. I hope you enjoyed today's session and it helps you heal aspects that needed to be healed. Love you guys. Until next time. Bye.